It was really hard for me to go from, at that point, I had run 9 half marathons and 1 full marathon that I had run just a few months before I was diagnosed. And so one of the hardest things for me was how weak my body got and how quickly my body got very weak. I was diagnosed with leukemia at Wilmot in February 2018 and finished my treatment in June 2020. Before I was diagnosed, I was at the best point I could have been in my life. Everything was great. I had just graduated college, just gotten my first full-time job. I was in the best shape that I had been in my entire life. And the fact that I was 22 was really hard. I had to be inpatient for a month. It would be 2.5 years of treatment. My parents, for almost a full year, just picked up their lives in Buffalo and moved to Rochester. It really is all because of the care that I got from doctors, nurses at Wilmot. That's why I'm here to tell my story, because I wouldn't be here without them. I don't think a lot of people can come to the end of 2.5 years of treatment and say, oh, like, there are so many positive things that happened in the last 2.5 years. And I don't think I could if I would have been treated anywhere else. Dr. O'Dwyer was amazing, compassionate, awesome.
Many of us have had experiences with cancer or have had family members that have been affected by cancer, a cancer diagnosis, and you know what the patient and the family needs, and you think of it as, if this was your family, how would you want them to be treated? That's how I tend to approach it. I have the easier job. Right, I get to go home every day to my family, and our patients, they have this crisis that some get through and some don't. And so, you know, if we can every day just do it better than we did the day before, I'm good with that.
It made me realize how important research really is. I mean, if I would have been diagnosed with this leukemia years and years before they did all this research and came up with this type of plan, I probably wouldn't be here today. These staff, whether it was nurses, anyone, they all made me feel like they genuinely cared about me. They get to know you, they make you feel comfortable, they'll go out of their way to get you, whether it's a snack, a blanket, anything. They are just so supportive.
I'm just so glad for her that she can take everything she had to go through and use it in a positive way. It's sort of how we try here when we care for all of our patients with cancer. Our leukemia team at Wilmot is designing the next generation of clinical trials that will be used around the country. And we work with our colleagues at institutions around the country to design what we think are going to be the next breakthroughs in leukemia care.
I'm excited to be able to give back in any way that I can. Any chance I can get to fundraise, I'll do that, because even if it's $5, $1, it does add up and it does make a difference. Going through what I went through, I feel like I found purpose in life. I feel the need to help further cancer research, because without that research, I wouldn't be here today. I owe my life to Dr. O'Dwyer. My experience wouldn't have been as great as it is if it wasn't for Dr. O'Dwyer and her team. I don't think that I would have gotten through it. I mean, it's one thing to have just a doctor to make sure that you're getting the treatment you're getting, but to get a doctor that cares about you as a person outside of your treatment, even if it wasn't something related to my treatment that I was struggling with, she made sure that I was okay. Thank you doesn't cover it. Just that she's amazing. She's a lifesaver.